In this episode, I'm going to show you how to become more humble and grateful in your everyday life. Coming up. Rising to be. Rising to be productive. Rising to be organized. Rising to be inspired. Who are you rising to be? New podcast every Tuesday, new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Hello everyone, I'm Christina B Rising and welcome to the Rising to Be Show, the only place on the internet where I help you rise to be who you want to be, helping you rise to be productive, organized, and inspired. I upload every Wednesday and Saturday on my channel. Check out my podcast, Rising to Be, every Tuesday, and my Patreon for exclusive and early access content. There's 3 tiers to choose from at patreon.com/rising to be. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you can become a riser. Stop being fake and click like. It's free, I promise. And click the bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a brand new video. Sometimes YouTube likes to hide my videos if you don't also click the bell, so make sure you do that as well. For the month of February, Rising to Be will be having an I Love You sale. Use the code I Love You at checkout for 40% off your order. Stay tuned to find out how to enter this month's giveaway. So let's get into this episode. Are you tired of 2020 and want to start creating a better life in 2021? Then check out my goal setting workbook to help you create the life you want in 2021. Write the vision and make it plain. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2. Available now in my Etsy shop, Rising to Be. Save 20% off your order using code GOALS21. Keep rising to be who you want to be. Anyway, today's episode is going to be about how to become more humble and grateful in your everyday life. Now, without further ado, the first tip I have for you is Tip 1. Never be afraid of help. Dare to ask questions. There are answers to any question. Layla, Gifty, Akita. Do you know how much strength it takes to ask others for help? A lot. It takes strength to trust others' perspective. It takes strength to also follow their instruction when you're unsure if it will work, and strength to put someone's point of view before your own. There are many reasons to be afraid of asking for help or assistance. Sometimes the person you ask holds it over your head for years and years and tells others that you didn't know what you were doing. If someone has done this to you in your past, you may be feeling like this will happen to you again if you do ask for help. And it's possible, sure, but at the same time, before you ask for assistance, you can ask others that know this person if they typically hold things over people or humiliate others who need help. Once you have a few points of view on the character of the person you'd like to ask for help, you should have enough information to decide on whether or not you should or shouldn't ask for their assistance. After all, I'm sure you don't want someone with the wrong intentions to help you out, but instead for someone who is noble, trustworthy, and of course gracious with you. One common thing about great achievers is that they keep asking useful questions every day. They ask questions like, what do I want and what do I need to do to get it? Israel Moore, Ayavor. Become a better you. Tip 2, listen to feedback. We all need people who will give us feedback. That's how we improve. Bill Gates. I know what you're probably thinking right now. Who cares about other people's opinion about me? And yes, you're right. Well, sort of. Let me explain. Not everyone's opinions matter, but some people's opinions of you do. Your boss's opinion of you matters. Why? Because your boss is the one who controls whether or not you deserve a promotion. Your customer's opinion of you and what you sell matters, because if they don't like something from you, they probably won't buy from you. And although feedback is highly important, the way that it is received is even more important. In my opinion, feedback should never be given in person. It should be given anonymously. Why? Because if you know exactly who said it, this can change the way you look at this person, especially if it's someone you are close to. It can strain or even break up your relationship with them if you decide to ask them what they meant exactly by their feedback. Please remember to never take feedback personally. Why? Because you never really know what headspace the person was when they wrote it. Feedback should always be and stay constructive. It shouldn't attack the way you dress, the way you speak, your personality, or even your faith. And if it does, then this likely means that whoever wrote it likely had ill intentions. So please take every comment or complaint with a grain of salt, because after all, an opinion is not a fact. Criticism, like rain, should be gentle enough to nourish a man's growth without destroying his roots. Share this awesome episode with someone you know who needs it to help them rise to be who they want to be. Tip 3, take full responsibility. You must take personal responsibility. You cannot change the circumstances, the seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself. Jim Rohn. Everyone loves to play the blame game, but not many ever want to take the responsibility of what happened. Sometimes when we make mistakes, we have to humble ourselves and take responsibility. But I must say, please be careful when doing this. If you're going to take responsibility, confirm or confess to someone that is responsible or someone you look up to as an authority figure. I would hate for you to take responsibility with someone who can't be trusted, and they use that information you gave them against you. Not everyone has the strength or courage to come clean when they have made a mistake. It's easy to simply blame others, but it takes a lot of courage to speak up and own your part. It's not always easy to do, but after all, it is the right thing to do in the long run. In the long run, we shape our lives and we shape ourselves. The process never ends until we die. And the choices we make are ultimately our own responsibility. Eleanor Roosevelt. Thank you so much for stopping by and pressing play. I truly appreciate it. I hope this episode was helpful to you. Let me know down below in the comments what tip you'll be using to become more humble and grateful in your everyday life. If you have an episode idea on what you would like to see next, let me know down below in the comments or below in your podcast review. And don't forget to download my free monthly motivational wallpapers for your computer and phone. The monthly theme for the month of March is the month of managing and making more money, and you can get that for free once you join my Patreon down below. Now back to the episode. Tip 4, accept failure. Failure should be our teacher, not our undertaker. Failure is a delay, not defeat. It is a temporary detour, not a dead end. Failure is something we can avoid only by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing. Dennis Waitley. I know you may think I'm probably crazy for saying this, but it's important that we accept our failures and failures that we didn't even cause. Not everything will go your way in life. Things that haven't been easy in your life will just give you grit and character for your story when you do make it. Besides, no one really wants to hear your story if you didn't have any triumphs and setbacks. Your setbacks in life allow for you to grow as a person. People only want to hear and watch a movie about your life story when they see that you never gave up in the face of adversity, that you refused to quit on your dreams. Accepting failure does not mean giving up. It means that you understand that today just wasn't your day to win, but that another day will come when you will reign victorious. Besides, have you noticed that people who have won everything or never had any kind of failures in life are often very arrogant for no reason, judgmental, and of course, a narcissist? By having failures in your life, it humbles you, because when you do finally make it, it will feel earned and well-deserved, because after all, you worked so hard to get there. So allow for the failures and setbacks to come, because your day of winning is coming. Failure isn't fatal, but failure to change might be. John Wooden. Thank you so much for stopping by and pressing play. I just want to share the comment of the day. Today's comment of the day comes from YouTube commenter Money B. Your editing is amazing and investing in yourself is so important. I love the emphasis you put on this. Great video. Thank you so much for your kind comment, Money B. Want to be featured as the next comment of the day? Simply leave a comment on a YouTube video or leave a review on wherever you listen to podcasts. Now back to the show. Tip 5, practice gratefulness. Thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. Gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. Thankfulness may consist of merely words. Gratitude is shown in acts. Henry Frederick Emile. It takes effort to be thankful in our lives, and a great way to do this is by practicing gratefulness. I understand that most of us think we can only be grateful for what we have when it's only Thanksgiving. But you don't have to be grateful on a specific day. But it's important that we make grateful moments in our lives, and when we do, we sit down and write down 3 to 5 things we are grateful for. It may take you a moment if you're new to doing this, or if you haven't done it in a while, but I promise you that you will eventually think of something. You see, the trick is that we have to first picture in our mind how gratitude makes us feel, and once you've tapped into that, your paper will start to fill up with reasons. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. Anonymous. So here's how you can enter the February giveaways. I'm giving away a 2021 goal setting workbook every week for the entire month. So if you would like to enter, here's what you should do so that you can have a chance to win a workbook. Step 1, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave a comment for why you need this workbook. 2, subscribe and review to the podcast. And lastly, follow me on Instagram and share the giveaway post and tag me on it so that I can see it. Duh. That's it, nothing else. Remember, as we rise to be, we are becoming who we want to be. I am Christina B Rising, and I will always be rising. I upload every Wednesday and Saturday on my channel. Check out my podcast, Rising to Be, every Tuesday. And my Patreon for exclusive and early access content. There's 3 tiers to choose from at patreon.com/rising to be. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that more people like you can have more access to content like this. And I'll see you in my next episode. Check out the upcoming playlist filled with content to help you keep rising to be who you want to be. Bye, risers. Do you want even more Rising to Be in your life? Then join the Rising to Be Patreon. It helps you support the channel and other forms of content. There's 3 tiers to choose from, starting as low as $4. So here's a breakdown of Tier 1. You get access to the monthly wallpapers for your computer and phone to keep you motivated and inspired all month long. You get to choose 1 monthly video topic, and of course, you get a Patreon shout out in my next video. Tier 2 has access to monthly wallpapers. You get to choose 1 monthly video topic, early access to videos, and of course, a Patreon shout out in my next video. Tier 3 has access to the monthly wallpapers. They get to choose 2 monthly video topics and 1 podcast topic. Early access to videos and podcasts, a Patreon shout out in my next video, and of course exclusive access to my printable collection from my Etsy store, Rising to Be. And it's only available through Patreon and Etsy, so this is something you really want to jump on. There are 3 tiers to choose from. I plan on adding even more as we go along. So I hope you'll consider joining the Patreon risers. Keep rising to be who you want to be. Follow me on Instagram at Rising to Be for motivational content. Join the Rising to Be Facebook group to get updates on Rising to Be. Follow me on Pinterest at Rising to Be for several boards of inspiration and motivation. Join the Patreon so that you can watch next week's video or listen to the next podcast at patreon.com/rising to be.